dead, one shooter under arrest, 10 people shot, total 3 people dead. So one shooter dead, 2 civilians. These are people running.
Yeah, they're chilling scenes, aren't they? People just absolutely...
Righto, that's where I come into it. I'll rewind it back. I've got it since it first started. And here I can show the footage of the shooters. I'm going to hate to say this, but, you know, Muslims wearing black outfits with white face masks. I'll bet you they're going to be Islamic or something like that. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Russia or somebody or Syria or somewhere else like that is behind it. I mean, you know, we've already thrown the Iranian ambassador out because he arranged the 2 firefights at 2 Jewish places, a synagogue in Melbourne and a Jewish restaurant just up the road, just around the corner there from where the shooter was at North Bondi. And that was about 6 months ago. You probably all remember that. Well, this is now the shooters. Have a look. I'll pause it. You can see they've got the white face mask on, the black bandanas over their heads and all that. I will pause it. Here it comes. I've already seen it.
Still to be confirmed, but at least one gunman opened fire at the southern end of Campbell Parade at Bondi Beach just after 6:30 this evening. We can confirm 3 people are dead. Details are still sketchy, but a man believed to be one of the shooters.
Yeah, live shooting at Bondi. If you're watching, look. 3 dead in Bondi Beach shooting.
Understand has been...
There he goes. See that? Look.
Believed
there he goes.
Has been shot by police. A second shooter, we believe...
Look, he's even got his white... You can see the white on his face.
Are some of the scenes from this afternoon. This all unfolding at about 6:40 this evening. People understandably absolutely terrified, and we have vision of people fleeing, scrambling for shelter as those shots run out. Some reports suggest that there were dozens of shots, in fact. This vision has just come through to the newsroom.
They're bloody cowards. They're wearing a mask. This is why Australia outlawed guns.
Such chilling scenes.
You can hear the shooters talking, you know, Lebanese or something like that. You know, you can hear their accents.
It's been, of course, a very hot day, a warm day. The beach was filled with
the beach is dead empty now.
The summer evening. The restaurants lining Campbell Parade, obviously filled with people. So when those shots fired out, you can understand people were absolutely terrified and scrambling to safety. We understand at least 10 people shot. There's been a mass...
Now I'll go back to where it was and you can watch this bit.
The streets.
It shows the people being dragged off.
Situation, Zach, but we have heard reports that there were potentially 2 gunmen. We've heard reports that, in fact, one of them has been shot by
I think that's carrying wounded people away. They seem to be on a yellow stretcher. That's a gunman being arrested.
We are showing now, of course, of some of the casualties.
That's a casualty.
Are you hearing any more in terms of...
That's a casualty.
Actually,
where the yellow vests are, that's a casualty.
With the gun or any of the events that unfolded?
We're about 150 metres or so, maybe even further, a couple hundred metres away from where the incident actually occurred. So the people here, I guess their first thought was their own safety, so they've fled. Obviously, a lot more news is coming into the news, a lot more information is coming into the newsroom.
Look at them run. Look, everybody's running. Wouldn't blame them.
The next little while is to speak to some witnesses here and see what exactly unfolded here at Bondi Beach about an hour and a half ago.
Just describe the atmosphere for us there now, if you could, Zach. I imagine people are just in an absolute state of shock. I mean, to see vision like this on Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia, we just never expect it.
No, you certainly don't, Georgie. As I said, a beautiful Sunday evening here. A lot of people on the hill, on the beach, in the bars, the cafe, enjoying themselves. And the great things about Sydney, the beach and the water and the great vibes leading into Christmas, which is now less than 2 weeks away. I guess it is quite eerie because not too long ago it was a serious situation here where people were fleeing, whether it be into the water, up the hill, into cafes, into shops, into bars, trying to stay safe and get to safety. Yeah. And obviously, since then, a lot of people have now come back out onto the streets.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on their phones, I guess.
2 shooters, one shooter dead at Bondi Beach from the Walkover Bridge. The other one's in custody. 10 people shot. One shooter dead, so that might be 10 civilians shot. I don't know about being dead.
What they saw, and again, what we're recounting here, and
typical
just how tragic this afternoon has
tourists take a quick look. Oh, hello, mate. Look, yeah, you're on camera. Cops are everywhere. Be about 50 police cars there. Look at them all.
Have been fired at Bondi Beach with multiple casualties reported. This all unfolding just after 6:30 this evening. As you can imagine, the beach was just crammed with people enjoying the summer evening, restaurants filled with patrons, and we're hearing reports of dozens of shots ringing out. That, of course, led to mass panic, people fleeing the area. You can see vision now. We have, I understand, an account from one witness that's just come in. We'll throw to that now.
What the f***? John. What the?
He's saying, what the fuck? You can hear the gunshot, so he's running with everybody else. I've never heard. Yeah.
Scenes, aren't they? People just
GDH,
absolutely
yeah.
that something like this could be happening at Bondi Beach. We are hearing that 3 people have in fact died in this shooting.
This is inside a cafe.
And this is all yet
Everybody's
to be
hiding.
confirmed, but the reports at this stage are that a man believed to be one of the shooters has in fact been shot by police.
There's the other guy being arrested.
We believe it has been
because he's on his stomach and they're pulling his arms behind his back.
Zach, what else have
that's
the
ambulance because they got yellow on.
It appears that it really just came from the blue. People had absolutely no sense of anything brewing in the lead up to this.
Yeah, Georgie, as you
there is. Look, he's been arrested.
You don't expect this to happen at Sydney's most iconic beach, Bondi Beach.
That's ambulance with white shirts.
Everybody enjoying their evening, whether in the bars, the cafes, on the beach, on the sand, on the hills.
Ambulance, paramedics.
As you know, it is one of the true
wounded guy. They're walking him.
The jewels in our crown of a city. People enjoying summertime down here on a Sunday evening, a Sunday afternoon.
Here's the shooter. Here's the shooter.
A lot of people thinking it was fireworks and then realised, well, it's not nighttime yet, and that those noises, those bangs continue to ring out through the streets here and across the beach, and that's when everyone realised, well, no, they're not fireworks. This is a serious situation. I guess they feared the worst in that moment, and that's why so many people fled into the cafes, under tables, wherever they could to get safety. As you mentioned,
that's a walkover bridge over the car park road.
Such a tragic scenario.
That's on the north end.
As we go to where now, there's police vehicles still streaming down the streets here. At
you can see him shooting.
The police chopper helicopter is still above. There's police.
He's wearing a white face cloth over his face, and a black hoodie and a black outfit.
This evening, they're trying to get people out of this scenario. This
we'll find out. Islamic, Muslim, whatever.
A lot more
what nationality, what country, what religion.
We're at the southern end right now that we don't know about. The details will no doubt come to light in the next.
I'm sick of looking at him.
Hours, no doubt more tomorrow as well, and we'll have everybody across the.
That's definitely a backpacker.
As you can see now, another ambulance coming down the street. We don't know exactly how big a situation.
This is live. This is only about 3 minutes old.
Have tragically lost their lives in what's been a horrific and terrifying incident at one of Australia's most iconic beaches.
Yeah, so this is what we know right now. We know that 3 people have been killed following this shooting at Bondi Beach. It all unfolded at about 6:40 this evening.
6:40 p.m. Sydney time, which is 5:40 Queensland time, which is Eastern Australian Standard Time. We're on daylight saving. Now they're replaying that again. All right, just going to fast forward that a bit.
So understandably, people in a state of absolute shock, absolute terror.
I'll see her again. I'll just rewind a little bit.
So clearing, everyone else, everyone to run, everyone just started running. And just seeing everyone like running in the place, and these guys like shooting into the pavilion with an AK-47, like what the.
So understandably, people in a state of absolute shock, absolute terror. People, well, we've seen.
Come on, can I get a thumbs up for showing you this? Thumbs up, please.
Seen from the beach and from nearby restaurants, people seeking shelter. And
if you're overseas, you won't see this for another 12 to 24 hours. So if you're overseas, come on, can I get a thumbs up, please?
This vision here.
G, D, H, D, F, J, F, J, whatever.
As we heard reports earlier, initially there was suggestion that in the lead up to Christmas,
it
was a festive noise that they were hearing, only to find
these
out
people are running. Look,
it was gunshots. Just surreal scenes at Bondi Beach.
Fireworks.
I've already seen him. He thought it was fireworks. Hang on, there's something there. Wait a minute. Well, there's something.
This and another has been taken into custody. Scenes of absolute terror and mass panic along Campbell Parade. We understand.
They're the blokes you want to see, the blokes in black.
Southern end of, excuse me, the northern end of Campbell Parade at Bondi Beach. We're going to cross back now to our reporter, Zach Bailey, who's on the scene. Zach, you mentioned earlier, it is still a scene of absolute emergency with police and ambulance streaming.
Onto us and just said, look, this is a major crime scene. There's police tape, as you can see here now, and there's riot squad over to my right, and they basically said, you've got to get out of here. This is a serious situation. No one's allowed in. Anyone that is left inside that police tape at the moment are being asked to leave, whether it be by car, trying to.
Very few people on the beach trying to find their stuff. Everybody else ran.
Want to get on camera. They said they didn't see much. A lot of them were up towards this southern end of the beach when the incident unfolded. And so they don't know much about the gunman. They didn't see the gunman.
All right, I'm going to finish it there. Righto, so it's Bondi Beach. Shooters are dead. One's in custody. One's dead. There's only 2 shooters. Anyway, I could do the headings. See you later, Mr. Hamadai. Please leave a comment. I think you're going to see this first on YouTube before you see it on the news. Time I leave Sydney and goes around the world, it's going to probably take 24 hours, but we've got 3 dead in Bondi Beach shooting. 1 shooter's dead. 10 people shot. 2 civilians dead. And thousands of people running. And it's one hell of a night. There you go. Read it for yourself. 3 dead in Bondi Beach shooting. There you go. Anyway. See ya. Bye. Leave us a comment. Oh, I will be doing an update on this story. As I find out, I will put it on this channel. So please subscribe.